What up? What is up? You're listening to Nate's Notes, the bonus episode. I am Nate Jones, and with me, as always, is my co-host, with the most, Griffin Schuler. How are you doing this fine evening, Griffin?
I'm doing even more fantastic than the last episode. How are you doing, Nate?
I am doing great as well. I feel like another boost of energy for whatever reason. I'm ready to talk about what we're going to talk about, and hopefully it'll be fun and cool.
Yeah, I'm super excited to talk about this because I think it's a little bit different than what we've already done. But I don't know. I think a lot of people will kind of resonate in what we're talking about. Do you want to tell them what we're talking about today?
Yeah, so we're going to talk about our favorite NBA jerseys, and I think that's really cool. There's been a lot of cool jerseys. I think the NBA has never really been afraid of expressing itself through the jersey. Not so much now, but back then, especially when you look up throwback jerseys, there are some fun ones there, and so we're going to talk about some of our favorites.
Favorites of all time.
Of all time. All right, so we're going to talk three each. There's a lot more than three, so it was very difficult narrowing it down to three. But if you want to do, let's go 3, 2, 1, and then if you want to start with your number 3 pick, Griffin.
All right, will do. So this one, you mentioned the throwbacks and how many different ones there are. This one's actually throwing it back to just last year.
Okay.
With the Toronto Raptors OVO white We the North jerseys.
Okay, yeah.
You know which ones I'm referring to?
Yes, I do.
Got like the gold chevron looking logo on the front.
Yep.
So I just think these look so slick and just super clean. And I'm seeing Kawhi Leonard in it, and it's just making me reminisce already about the impact he had on that team. And you know, this to me, like as many great ones as there are out there, like this is one I want to buy, and I have no connection to the Toronto Raptors at all.
Yeah, those are sharp-looking jerseys. I like those a lot. Yeah, great number 3 choice. Great one. All right, my number 3, and I think you can kind of see where I'll be going. And I don't know if you've seen these before, Griffin. I kind of found them out doing research for this episode. But I like tackier ones. If it looks kind of dumb, I'd probably love it and would want to wear it. And
why does that not surprise me?
Yeah, it probably doesn't surprise anyone. I want to buy this jersey. But I saw this as a picture of Dikembe Mutombo of when he played for the Atlanta Hawks. This was in 1997. And the jersey is the most beautiful thing. And the pairing with the shorts, it's perfect. So I'm going to paint a word picture for y'all. So you have the jersey. You know what a jersey looks like. At the top, it's black. And then on the outside of the trims of the jersey, it's yellow and black. And then it kind of fades from black to red. And the red fades into shorts into kind of brighter red. And it fades back into almost a brownish color. But in the middle, there's a nice white and then with a yellow trim Hawks. The numbers kind of in the upper left-hand corner, but pretty big. So it's 55 is there. And then it's Hawks in that white lettering and gold trim around it. And then there's a giant hawk in the middle of his jersey. It takes up half of the jersey, clawing onto a basketball. It is beautiful. It is elegant. It belongs in every museum, and I love it so much. So that is my number 3 jersey.
I had to Google it as you were explaining it. No offense to your attempt at explaining this jersey, but I think it's pretty hard to put this one into words.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is extra right here. I like it a lot. Not in my top 3, but
yeah.
This is perfect transition for me to go to my number 2 because I actually chose the Hawks jersey from the 1982 to 1992 era.
Okay.
And it sounds like you're going to go kind of more crazy jerseys. I'm just going with just the classics. Like when I see these jerseys, it just makes me think of like the right era of the NBA.
Okay.
So these jerseys are like the picture basically solid red with the white, like a white stripe going from the left armpit to the right armpit
Okay.
with Hawks in big red letters.
Yep.
And then it's got gold trim with the numbers in gold as well. Just like very old school, and like, you know, I grew up playing NBA Street. I don't know if you've ever played that game.
Yep, I did. Yeah.
And these jerseys just remind me of that game, and I love playing that game. And so this for me is easy number 2, just because of the memories it gives me.
Yeah, that's a good number 2. You're going like, I feel like your jerseys so far are pretty clean, and they're pretty jerseys, and I'm definitely going in the opposite direction. And most people will call these ugly, but I see beauty in everything. But great second choice. I'm going to jump right into my second one, and I'm going with the Utah Jazz. Now, the Utah Jazz now I think have very boring colors, and they're not exciting. But in 1997, when Karl Malone and John Stockton were on the team, they were very great, and I love these jerseys a lot because they are also kind of tacky. They are purple, very purple, and then there's white mountains behind it, and then Jazz in front of the mountains, and their shorts have UJ on them, which just makes me laugh a lot because I don't think anyone shortens the Utah Jazz as the UJs. So it's very purple. It catches your eye, and I enjoy how they look, and I might just buy that whole outfit.
I'm looking at it again, and I see that there's also mountains on one of the legs of the shorts to match the huge mountains going across the chest area.
Yep, yeah.
Like, again, very extra, and I wouldn't expect anything less from you, Nate.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, you ready for my number 1 of all time?
I think I was born ready.
Do you want to give it a guess based off of the last couple I've named?
See, I feel like you are a Lakers fan, and I feel like you're just going to go with like a classic purple and gold Lakers jersey.
So you think you know me, Nate, and you almost do, because I was contemplating between that one and the one I actually chose.
Okay.
But I'm actually doubling up on Toronto Raptors jersey.
Oh, wow. I think I know.
With the 1995 to 1999 Toronto Raptors purple jerseys with the big dinosaur holding the basketball in the middle. It's just an absolute classic.
So good.
These are just the most fun jersey I've ever seen, I think, like since the beginning of time. So that's why it's obviously at my number 1. Can you top my number 1 choice, Nate?
See, that was almost in my top 3 as well. I love that jersey. A lot of people don't know this.
I think I can guess what your number 1's going to be.
Okay. I'll go back to the Raptors one real quick. I love that jersey. It is impossible to find. They did not make a lot of them, and they don't reprint them at all. So if you want a classic Vince Carter Raptors dinosaur jersey, they are very hard to come by. And if you want them, they cost a lot of money. But back to the regular scheduled programming, you think you can guess my number 1? I would like to hear what you think my guess is.
I think it's pretty easy, Nate. You're a Nuggets fan. This Nuggets jersey I'm looking at is pretty crazy. It's the 1982 to 1993 Denver Nuggets jersey. Has to be.
Gosh dang it, Griffin Schuler, you got me. You got me in a box. We are probably looking at the same picture right now.
We did not talk to each other before this episode. That was a pure gut instinct. You're just a very readable person.
You have to admit, that's a beautiful jersey. It is.
It almost made my top 3 as well. It's super fun. A little too much for me, but
it is too much. I have a hat with just the rainbow and the cityscape and mountains. I have just that part on a hat. It's like one of my favorite hats. It's just so cool. I love that jersey. I did love their city edition jerseys they did this year. They did like a version of the rainbow, but more of a white, like clean cut sort of look. I thought that looked really good as well. But I think every team should somehow have to incorporate a rainbow in their jersey.
Okay, I'm looking up the Nugget City jersey from this last year. Is that what you said it was?
Yep, yeah. I really liked it. I thought.
These are pretty slick. I would much prefer this one over the old school one, but that's of course based off of me liking the cleaner cut
Oh yeah,
more sharp jerseys.
yeah, for sure. I agree. Like, and I stated like mine are. I love them so much, but they're almost tacky. Like, they don't look good to today's standards all that much, but I did like them a lot, and yeah, it will be super fun. I'm really excited to see what the city edition jerseys are going to be this year. They should be releasing them pretty soon. They've done some pretty cool ones recently. They did like the Miami Vice one last year. That was super cool. So I'm excited to see what Nike and the NBA come up with this year.
Yeah, it's interesting to start to see like the branding coming onto the shirt, because that was only pretty recent when they allowed sponsors to be put on shirts.
Yep.
So, when that was originally announced, I think a lot of people were afraid it was going to tarnish kind of the integrity of the jerseys, just because of the iconic jerseys in the past that we were talking about. But so far, so good. No horrific ones that we really can talk about. So,
right. Yep. Well, that was a really fun episode. I'm glad we got to talk about all of the great jerseys and how mine are so much better. We'll probably have to do another poll for this one. For those of you who have not caught up recently on our Facebook page, I believe I won our last poll. Is that correct, Griffin? About top 3 TV shows?
Yeah, TV shows?
Yeah. Did I win that poll?
I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah.
Your campaigning is far superior to mine. I don't like asking people for votes. But yeah, so far your fan base is a little more loyal than mine, which is fine. I got some work to do.
So as of right now, Monday night, I have 24 votes for my TV shows, while Griffin has 18. So it's not. You got some good votes.
I caught up.
Yeah, you got a couple there. I'm at 50.
Thank you, loyal 18 people that voted for me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm kind of hurt because I have some friends I just looked over and they voted for you instead of me, so I'm kind of hurt right now. But
mad respect.
57% voted for me, 43 voted for Griffin. So it looks like this will be my second victory when it comes to polls on our Facebook page. We might have to create another one for these jerseys to see who likes the better jerseys. I feel like I'm going to win because I'm colorful and fun, and you're clean cut and not fun.
I kind of have that feeling too, to be honest.
Pretty colors get people every day. All right, well, that is it for this bonus episode. Thank you guys so much for listening to us talk about NBA jerseys and why they're cool and fun and neat from all different decades, centuries, not quite yet. But we'll catch you guys next week on Tuesday when we'll release our main episode. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, especially if you want to vote in that poll for my jerseys. You'll make sure you want to subscribe and follow us there. We're at Notes Nates everywhere. You can just look up Nate's Notes if Notes Nates confuses you, because sometimes it confuses me saying it. So just look up Nate's Notes. You'll find it. And follow us there. You can also follow and subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play. I believe we're also on iHeartRadio podcasts as well. So pretty much anywhere you get your podcasts, you can find us there. And we appreciate you listening and telling your friends. We will catch you next week.